A number of months ago, this was the best golf club in my bag. Fair to say it is in need of a little bit of TLC, and I have just the package. I've been sent a parcel from the guys at Golf Pride, and it is a set of their Golf Pride reverse taper grips. Now, I used to use big, thicker grips back in the day to help me take my hands out of it, and that's exactly what these are all about. You'll see we have a pistol, a round and a flat, and for me, the pistol is going to work perfectly. We're going to install this today and see just how it can help. You'll see that it's a bit like a hammer grip, so it's designed to sit better in the palms of your hands right at the top, potentially take the hands out of it and roll your rock a little bit better. Let's get in the pro shop, let's fit this bad boy and see how it can help. I'm just going to do it up there, Matt, if that's all right. So first port of call, let's get rid of the old grip. The old grip obviously has seen better days, as you can imagine, so we don't need to try and save that. We can just take it off. This brings back so many memories, by the way, in the pro shop taking grips off. So we'll get rid of this, and I'm really hoping that this can just kickstart the season a bit. I was using the Swag putter for a bit, and I just fell out of love with it a little bit. It works incredibly well for some reason in America, and then back here in the UK, it doesn't seem to want to work as well. You've got the counterbalance in the end there of this. They've stopped working with Toulon, haven't they, obviously?
They have.
Which is a huge shame, but that can go in the bin. How many layers of tape do you reckon, Chris? It's not going to make a difference on this, is it?
Just the one.
Just the one. What do you think to these grips? Because it's really interesting. You've been a putter coach. You see it quite often, don't you, in that people just basically look for an answer. Is there an answer? Is there a question?
Again, they can help you. We've got the 3 different kinds again in there. So they're all designed for different players and different kind of grips potentially. So they can help. Obviously, you need a sound technique.
You do, and you also need the right ones. I'm going to go pistol. Guys, which one would you go with? Get in the comments below and let us know. Chris is going to have a go with the flat, I do believe.
Correct.
Right. This is a blaggy way of doing it as well, by the way, so please don't copy how I do this. This isn't how we got taught it at school, I was going to say, Chris.
Well, it was, technically.
Back in the day. We had to do an exam on this, do you remember?
Yeah, build a club.
And Emily downstairs asked me if I knew what I was doing. Emily? I do know what I'm doing. Come on, Chris, get in there, let's show them. Oh, that's supposed to be over there, isn't it? Really?
Never a good start.
This vise is better than what I used to have, though, back at Tankersley. Like, you can properly... He's even got a line up wall, look, to get it.
Oh.
You see that string on what? It's clever, that, isn't it?
There's method in the madness.
Gravity. And we're going to put loads in there. The key here is you can't put too much white spirit on it, Chris, isn't it?
Correct. Otherwise it gets halfway on.
And then you're in no man's land.
Which we did see.
There'll be proper club fans watching this screaming, saying, what are you doing? But this is...
John will be screaming watching this, to be fair.
Oh no, it's all of it new top.
Always had to watch that.
That is perfect, you know. Little towel just to dry that off. I've made a little bit of a mess, but that, we'll wait for it to dry and we'll take it outside and see if it works. This could be the thing that really costs you some money this year, by the way. A master at work.
No, it's been a long time doing this.
When was the last time you did this, do you think?
Oh.
Notice how Chris is cutting away from himself.
10 years ago.
We know what we're doing, Emily, here.
I don't believe it.
Why not? I'm just going to double check I've done it right.
It's off.
Take the tape off, we don't want it too thick.
I never used to do that. I used to go over the tape. I was lazy. Anyone that had the clubs re-grip by me, I'll honestly admit that. So, Chris, you've gone for the flat grip, which does leave the round grip. So, see if this is going to work for anybody. I might give, you know what, Brett will love this. Or Gaz.
Gaz would probably love.
On that side, and then you can just lay that bit down, and then it's...
Gary Martin needs to watch this.
Do you reckon Gaz does this still? This is actually a really good setup for doing it. I used to just do it, you know, like lean it on a bench.
Yeah, I think most people did.
That's full, that.
Full to the brim. Is it on?
Oh, I'll tell you what, it's just a dream again. Can't miss. Maybe that was my true calling, you know.
It's a good pull. Oh.
On up. So Chris, what kind of thing are you looking for as a putting specialist when it comes to potentially changing your grip? Because it's something which so many people might potentially think about. They'll look in what the Pro Shop has in stock and they'll go, oh, you know what, I might try a thick grip. Is it for them? Is it for something that you might try? Because they're not cheap, are they, when you look at them? They're like £30 these.
Nothing's cheap these days, is it, to be honest? But, I mean, it might be for a fault. So let's say you're somebody who misses the ball to the right or misses the ball to the left. Is a certain grip going to help you with your pattern? So this is something where it's more set for someone who has the palms together. So if you have more of a grip where it's this way, maybe like a 2-thumb grip, again, you can get your palms on there and it's just going to help you allow it to just swing more naturally maybe than if it's a thinner grip at the bottom, it might start to fight it. So there's a lot of things in there. I mean, it's going to be minimalistic, but obviously if that is that little bit of help for you, again, obviously if you're playing for millions of dollars, that might be the answer.
Or even just playing against your friends for a fiver or for a pint. One of the big things I'm looking for, and you actually showed it really well there, is a good roll. So I'm looking for a good start line. Ideally, I want to be able to get the perfect pace throughout the season, and you're going to do that by being able to get the ball rolling end over end over end on the right start line.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You want something, again, great.
You just underread both of those, haven't you?
Speedy greens here at Woolley. They've been rolled this morning, but for me, obviously, the main thing is obviously trying to get something that's going to help you not only holing out more, well done, but also,
that always happens, by the way, doesn't it?
But also with your pace. So pace is a big thing. Is a grip going to help you with that? Do you have a better touch?
Simmer, simmer, simmer.
Hit it. Oh.
And you see, it's interesting because a lot of people will say, James, putting has been the strength of your game for quite some time now. And yes, that's probably true. But the last thing you want to do there is rest on your laurels. The last thing you want to do is think, oh, I'm great at putting. I'm going to stop trying to either improve or maintain the level of putting. And that's why, the reason why I've done this is because I edited the Next 100 Tour video from August and I saw how I putted with this and I thought, you are crazy to have taken this putter out the bag. The grip was really worn, so it needed a new grip anyway. And I got these and I thought, you know what, this could be the perfect thing to try just to help me be a little bit more consistent from distance, from range. So we're about kind of 12 feet out here. This one's going to turn a lot. So the big thing is to stick to your routine, but also think, right, all I want to do now is get that ball rolling end over end over end. So if I can produce a stroke where I feel like that's going to happen, you can just see that consistency of roll. And that's why I really enjoy using these striped balls. To be honest, I don't think there's another ball I would use on the market, purely because I feel like it lowers my scores here on the greens. It's okay to say, oh yeah, you know what, that that drive, it's maybe got 1 mile an hour more ball speed, the spin rate's maybe 200 lower. That's not going to change your score realistically. If you hold one more putt around, you are going to change your score. You're going to alter how you play. You might lower your handicap, and you might start beating your friends as well. I feel really consistent with this, to be honest. It's something which, these are the first putts. You can still... The key here is you can't put too much white spirit on it. It's that fresh. But just going through your routine, and it's really important to work with your coach, with your professional, with whoever is potentially supplying you with the grips, to say, you know what, let's try it, let's put it on, and if it doesn't work, let's take it off. Just because you've put this on doesn't necessarily mean it should stay on, but if you're going to go out there and then test it, it could be the thing that just transforms your game for the better. The one last thing I want to do is test it for distance control. I think I've showed there with quite a difficult right to left putt that I feel like I can start it online, I feel like I can get a good roll, can I get the distance with it? The big key for me here is just allowing that pistol style just to sit there. So the reverse taper means it gets thicker at the end as well, but my hands actually don't really go near the end of the putter there. They stay more up top. So it feels like it's narrower in the middle of the grip, which I quite like, because I can just sit my thumbs on it nicely and feel like I'm just rocking that putter head, as you saw with those putts. That's really nice, positive affirmation for me there. Let's see. This is a drill that I love doing with people as well. Just taking it back to 5 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet. Take the flag out and just play a game with yourself as to how many points can I get. If I can get it in the safe zone here, that's a point. If I hold the putt, that's 2 points. If I leave it short or if I hit the flag, it's minus a point. So I'm going to go through all my...
And again, obviously cost of grips, like we said at the start, they're not the cheapest, but obviously it's a lot cheaper than maybe buying a new putter.
Yeah, and I feel like it just refreshes the putter as well. Putter technology never really enhances that much, does it? Yes, we can talk about AI, we can talk about maybe counterbalancing when that came in, but realistically, if you can get a putter that rolls nicely and you're consistent with it, you're always gonna... I've hit that so nice. Oh, and the roll is absolutely perfect as well. So I've got 3 points so far. Hold one, we've got one in the safe zone. Notice I'm not doing this with an easy flat putt either. I'm doing it with quite a difficult putt over quite a difficult length. Did you hear that?
Straight in the backswing.
Straight in the backswing. That, unfortunately, is minus a point. But guys, get in the comments below, let me know, could you see yourself putting one of these on your putter? I'm going to test it for the first couple of weeks of the season, see how it goes.
It's a good putt. Oh.
One up.